Hi Cancer, welcome back to Tarot POSH. This is your reading for May 18th, 2022 through May 31st, 2022. I hope this video finds you well. If anything's not going well, I pray things turn in your favor very, very soon. So Cancer, you are a water sign. The Chariot is your major arcana card. You're a cardinal sign, so you do take the lead and the initiative, and summer is your season. It's not your birthday season yet, but June 21st through July 22nd is, so it's coming soon. We're still in Taurus season today, May 18th, through May 20th. And then we go into Gemini. So right now we're in the waning gibbous moon phase today in Capricorn. And the intention for that is slow growth, slow down, shed access. What else? Practice gratitude, most of all. I have gratitude here. Practice gratitude. Open your heart chakra and love. And speaking of love, thank you so much to all my subscribers. And welcome to you new subscribers. Thank you all for your likes, your shares, your comments, and just spreading the love and supporting my channel. Helping you in your journey helps me on my journey, so I'm very grateful for that. And thank you for spending this time with me. So I'm using the Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Torian. There is a interview coming up with her on YouTube on Justin Michael's channel. He does a series called Titans of the Tarot, and he's going to be interviewing her. So if you Google that, I believe it's possibly 2 weeks from now, but you could set a reminder for it like I did, because I'm not missing it. This is really a beautiful deck, Tarot of the Abyss, and she, Anna Torian, has actually 2 additional cards in this deck. So there's 80 cards, not 78. She has 2 Ten of Swords cards and 2 Three of Swords cards. So it's very interesting. It is a black and white deck. To me, I see like, you know, black, white, and shades of gray in there. And I love the deck. This is actually the back of the deck. And I separated the major arcana cards out here. So we have 22 major arcana cards separated out and the rest of the deck here. So I created this spread. It's called the Archetype Map Spread. And it's just a snapshot in time from today until the end of May. So we'll see how it goes. So far I did Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Now I'm doing your sign, Cancer. So we'll see what comes through. The first card is going to be what major arcana archetype, right? The major arcana is from 0, the Fool, through the World card, okay? So the 22 cards. So we know that the Chariot is your major arcana card that represents Cancer, your sign. And this is for Cancer, any aspects of Cancer in your natal chart. If your North Node is in Cancer, if you just love to watch Cancer's tarot readings, this is for you, but it is Cancer's energy. So although the Chariot is your major arcana card, we're going to see what major arcana represents your energy best right now, okay? The Wise One, that is Taurus's major arcana card. So we have the Wise One, the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is the mentor, the teacher, the leader, the wise counselor. That's why they're called the Wise One. And the card number of the major arcana is 5, okay? So the major arcana to me has to deal with more pivotal choices, more pivotal situations in our life, or it could deal with major life changes, okay? So we'll see what comes out. This is a 5-card spread, and then I may do some clarifiers with the fortune cookie cards, and I have the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck there. So with the Wise One, this represents your energy now because you're feeling that you're stepping into the mode to be the Wise One. Maybe you're stepping into a mentor, a leader role right now. I love this card, the energy and the depiction of the card sitting around the fire, right? Native American headdress on there. It's just so beautiful. And you know, a lot of talks and a lot of family discussions or discussions would take place at the end of the day after working, you know, and sitting around the home hearth or sitting around the fire outside. And that's where people would have those deep discussions. So I love that the way this card is depicted is that, okay? Now, I also want to mention that we cook with the fire as well, right? And that's represented in this card. So to me, that represents talking and discussing and leading others, mentoring ourselves, being a wise mentor to others. It provides nourishment, right? And it also provides what? It provides motivation, right? It provides healing. And it also provides cleansing, right? We boil water to bathe with, right? That's what we did. If we didn't have hot water, what would we do? We would boil water, right? So fire is cleansing in that way as well. So you are stepping into that energy. That best represents your energy right now. What situation is bringing this archetype out in you? The Ten of Swords. There's a situation. I have two cards that came out actually. Three of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. There's a situation, I believe, in business or within a dynamic of three with the Three of Pentacles that has to do with career, physical, material world, home, health, the four walls you live in. There's a Ten of Swords where a very painful situation happens where you are feeling like you are that archetype of the wise one leading others in direction, okay? There could have been, even could be a situation where there's, you know, you're the head of a department and you had to fire 10 people or the company laid people off and you have to like pull things together and, you know, maybe you and two other people. Or this could be something that also happened in the home where you're being a leader and mentor and, you know, helping recovery as a team, as a family unit from a very painful situation with the Ten of Swords. And it's like, I feel for some of you, you're actually seeing yourself go through this, or you've seen it happen to someone else. You were a witness as that wise one. So how can this wise one archetype help this situation? Healing from this situation, because 10 is a number of completion, okay? Now, I see 10 of Swords and I see 3 of Pentacles, so that's 13. 13 is the Death card in the Major Arcana, so that symbolizes a transformation. So I could look at the numbers as that as well. The Wise One, being the number 5, also has to do with change, overcoming obstacles, overcoming chaos, things like that, right? And through change, we come out the other side, you know, hopefully better for it, especially when the Ten of Swords shows up in a situation. So how can this wise one help? How can this wise one, this Hierophant, help the situation? 10 of Cups. I would say realize and look around and hold on to those relationships that support you and that you support. And also I feel the wise one can help by reaching out to families. I see 10 of Cups here and I see 10 of Swords here. So if there is a way to reach out to families that maybe were hurt by the situation or something fell apart in a community and you're the wise one, maybe you're a pastor, maybe you're a leader. I mean, it doesn't have to be religious, you know. You could be a mayor even, you know, anything where you're in a leader mentor role where you're looked at to assist. And sometimes we're not that person and we find ourselves being called to be that person, right? To help others. So the wise one can help again because you're having people have hope and you're building relationships and a sense of community. This could even be someone who's like building houses for people that lost their homes due to, you know, Mother Nature. I hate to say Mother Nature does that, but it's part of life. You know, death and destruction is part of life. transformation. Not always transformations we want to go through, but a wise one, a mentor, a leader is what carries us through. Now, this also, wise one, could symbolize religion to you. So if it does, that's fine. Whatever it is that signifies. But it's saying you are in that energy of that wise one, either, reaching out to it, calling upon a higher power, or you're being that to others. And with this 10 of Cups, it's helping the situation here with the 10 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles to rebuild and come together and heal by lending a helping hand, really. This is a hand reaching out, grasping a woman's hand while she has a baby on her back. The sun is coming up behind, and there's a homestead. So just helping, nurturing relationships. 10 of Cups is, happy home life. Just all your cups filled and blessings and just what we expect out of life. Everything that we work for, everything that we do is to have that. Most of us, that's what we do. And even if, you're an introvert and you live alone, you could still be the wise one and reach out, and that energy is helping people, right? In the community. So how can this archetype inhibit or hold you back in this situation? How could being the wise one or reaching out to that mentor, that wise one, Hierophant, embracing this Taurus, Major Arcana, or Cancer, how can this archetype inhibit or hold back Cancer? 3 of Swords. It can hold you back if you get caught up in the heartache and the loss of everything. It can hold you back if you focus as a mentor, a leader, and just focus on the heartache and loss, or possibly if there's miscommunication. 3 of Swords is broken contracts. So if you maybe promise to help as the wise one, and then you don't come through, or, be aware of your thoughts and your communication. If people are depending on you, that you want to make sure you're not putting out and saying things that possibly may not come through. And it's not because that is your intention. It's just when people are counting on you, it can inhibit and hold you back as being that mentor. If assisting and promising things maybe doesn't come to fruition, and then it's really inhibiting those people's hopes, right? Because you want to help that 10 of Cups. You want to help those people recover. You want to help family recover from that 10 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. I do feel for some of you that this is like a higher position, helping in a major way, helping like possibly war, catastrophes. And then I also feel that for some of you, it's job related, or it's just if there's broken contracts, divorce here, or a third party situation that came about, and you're supposed to be a leader and you're tangled like up in that. If you stay in that energy, you get stuck in it, it's going to break. If you allow it to break you apart and fragment you, then you can't really help, right? Then it's inhibiting and holding you back. And it's hard when there is that 10 of Swords energy there in a situation, right? And wanting to have that 10 of Cups, happy home life, being giving to others to support them, to have that themselves as the wise one, as the mentor, which is the energy that you're in right now, that you relate to. Yeah, it's a lot. So I'm going to pull one more card, which is, what is the likely outcome of the energy here? Well, really, of this situation, okay? What is the likely outcome, right? So we know the energy you're in. We know the situation here, right? We referenced that. We know, how can this wise one help, and how could it inhibit you, right? So moving forward in relationships in a healthy manner, being nurturing, being empathetic, empathic, empathy over apathy with that 10 of Cups is how you can help. Drawing on your creativity and your emotional wisdom. What is the likely outcome? King of Wands. As the wise one here, not only are you the wise one then, but the likely outcome is that when we're aware of the situation, what can help and what can hinder us, then we can best embrace logically ruling over motivations and passions. And I feel for a lot of you, this is you being a manager or an owner or something like in a higher position or a position where there's people that you're managing, and fixing company morale, using logic to navigate those motivational skills as the King of Wands. You know, keeping the fire burning, right? And the wise one here, that's the energy you're in, and you're speaking to these people, right? But then you got to keep the morale up and you got to keep the motivations going, right? As the King of Wands. So I definitely feel that with being the likely outcome, that it's a positive outcome. And it can only grow from there. And you also, you know, are warmed by this. And King of Wands is a very, Cancer is a very charismatic person. And, but as a king, very logical. Kings are vulnerable, you know, their seat on the throne, everyone wants to be king, right? And I feel that it's important to know that as long as you stay in those positive aspects here with the 10 of Cups, and you don't, you know, yes, heartache, broken contracts, you know, the suffering of that 3 of Swords and feeling bad for this happened. You don't want to linger in that. You want to keep that fire burning as the King of Wands and keep those motivations going and keeping hope going, right? So I'm going to pull a card from the fortune cookies here. So please hit like and subscribe and spread the love. If this reading is significant for you, please drop me a comment. Tough and trying times. That's exactly what this 10 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles is. Tough and trying times, Cancer. Tough times ahead. Think long-term and make decisions accordingly. Avoid negative people at all costs. That could also be, like, if there's 3 people making decisions here regarding this, if you are in the loop as the wise mentor, as the wise one here, and the energy you're in, if you're a leader, you're a mentor there in that aspect, you know, don't get stuck if someone's like a Debbie Downer or wants to just, you know, make this pain linger on. You want to find a way to help, to restore that 10 of Cups. And, you know, you are water energy, so you're a cardinal sign. You do take the lead in the initiative. The wise one energy is, you know, also a leader. Actually, they're fixed. They're a fixed sign. So be focused and fixed. It's more important with this wise one to be there. And you are a leader inherently, but have your eye on the prize. Have your eye on the goal as the mentor, as the leader here, as the wise one. So tough and trying times. And then what else do we have? Manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. When I see this with the King of Wands, that's what I'm seeing right there. I really am feeling that, because I feel like this King of Wands looks like they're conjuring up positivity and really good morale and hope, okay? So that's what I have for you. I'm going to close the reading with the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. And I hope that you like this reading, Cancer. What else to close the reading for Cancer? What is the final message? Wow. Ace of Wands, passions ignited. And that, again, goes with the King of Wands. You're moving in a positive direction, and that is the likely outcome, right? That's a new initiative, and you're presenting a new initiative. Ace of Wands is a gift, passion ignited, and it's like putting that fire. Not only you are ruling over the kingdom of the Wands kingdom, and being logical about those motivations and helping others still in that wise one energy, but you're also passing the torch on to others to be ignited. And it's a new beginning for you. Maybe you didn't feel like you had this in you, but I feel like it's a new adventure and a new beginning. And One leads back to the Magician of the Major Arcana, okay? Passion Ignited is Ace of Wands, and there's a lot of healing in this. If you look at this card, there is actually a person dancing, like a spirit dancing with that green heart chakra, right? And that's love right there. That's love. And right now, opening the heart chakra, giving back love, that's what this waning gibbous is about. And it's in Capricorn, but that is what the waning gibbous is about. So namaste. I pray you find your way, Cancer, and I'll see you next time. Bye.